Hey, it's Lisa Daly. I'm here at the every Saturday Pocatello Farmers Market, and I just received who runs her very own Worms and Things. It's about composting and helping your garden grow, and it's relatively inexpensive, and it's a very clever idea. She's the only one in Pocatello and Chubbuck, as far as she knows of, who sells this. And this is her grand opening, and so far she has made 4 sales. So anyway, enjoy. What's been the reaction today?
A lot of shock. They don't quite know what to think of worms or worm tea. I don't think they've seen it here before. So I do a lot of information.
Okay, so you got started with this. It was a hobby, and you found you had more than you knew what to do with, so you thought, what came to mind?
So from the websites that I go to and from the alliance that I'm in, it's like start a small business, and I might as well try it. Okay, this is not for human consumption. It's fertilizer. It's a liquid organic fertilizer. It's got live microbes still growing in it, so you can apply it to your garden or your house plants, and they will love it. Oh no!
You want me to hold that? No.
So you found that you had extra of these, you had a lot of extra, what do you call those again? These things.
The worm bins?
You had extra, and you thought, I should start a business.
Basically, it's kind of like either you're going to stop making bins or you're going to have to find something to do with all of it. And I've been looking into something to do for when I retire, so I thought that I would try this. I've got 4 or 5 years to make it a viable business.
So, how funny it sounds to be a member of a worm alliance.
Yes. Or vermicomposting.com is also a wonderful website if you're interested in worms.
So you wear gloves when you're working with the worms?
Basically so that the oils on my hand don't get on them.
And that would affect them?
That could kill them. You don't want to put anything with oils, butter. It clogs their pores.
So worms have pores?
I imagine they do.
So
I haven't really gone into the biology or the chemistry of all of this.
Okay, so you've had your gallons of worm tea, and you had the lids off of them, and so people they come up to it and they're not really sure what to think.
Right. But if I left the lids on, then I might as well sell them water.
Yeah.
Because after I put them in the bottles at 6 o'clock this morning, and as far as I'm concerned, it still has live microbes in it. It's still a really good product to put on your plants. If I would have left the lids on them, it would have killed everything.
It definitely looks like honey or orange juice or apple juice.
Just water and
compost.
Water and worm poop.
Water and worm poop?
That's what casting is. It's the...
Casting is a nice word for poop.
Yeah, worm excrement.
Okay, so you plan to, you have a web page, and so far it's proved a really interesting hit. I mean, people are curious.
They are curious, and I hope they go to my website. And it's not just a website about worms, and it's also about my other passion of square foot gardening, and so that's the things part of it, but there's a lot of information. It's not just about selling, it's also about informing the public about the worms. If they want to start their own bin, there's there's directions on how to start your own bin.
It's worm fertilizer?
It's a liquid organic fertilizer made from the castings of worms. I do indoor composting, and from that I get the worm castings, which is basically worm poo. And you can take those and you soak them for a couple of days, and you get this wonderful liquid fertilizer, which has live microbes.
None of
in
this
it.
is drink. You don't drink it.
No, that's what it says. Do not drink. Not for
Right.
human consumption.
All right.
Cool. You're going to be dreaming about this tonight, you know that.
I've said it over and over, but you know what? Information is the best way to make sales.
So what's a nice girl from Pocatello, Idaho doing with a bunch of worms?
Having fun playing with them. I really do. I think harvesting them, I keep making more worm bins because it's just kind of fun to harvest them and to see them take your cardboard and your old stuff and make this wonderful worm casting.
So
and I
noth-
take that and I put it on my garden.
So nothing goes to waste at your house. It goes to the worms.
That's right.
And then it goes to the garden.
And I take it from, I have a composter at work that we put the,
At work?
well yeah, for the coffee and tea bags.
Oh, you steal the old bags from, or the
Well,
old...
when officers make their coffee, I get their coffee grounds, their old coffee grounds, and then I bring it home and I feed it to the worms.
So your overhead is really low.
Yeah, it's mostly my time because the cardboard has to be cut up and shredded. The bins have to be, you have to put holes in the bins. You have to maintain.
You apply it directly, or you mix it like with water?
You can, this is full strength, so if you've got some plants that are in distress, then you can apply it full strength. If you just want just for a regular watering, I would dilute it half and half. That way, you get 2 gallons out of it. But it wouldn't hurt it at all just to apply it straight. And I use it on my house plants, I use it outside, on my garden. If I decide to make enough, then I use that in my lawn areas that haven't started greening up yet.
Huh. Okay.
It just gives it a little extra shot.
Sure. Absolutely.
You want to use it today or first thing tomorrow.
Okay. Try to quit that,
Because remember, it's got live microbes in it,
huh? Okay.
and so that's why you want to let it breathe, and the faster you use it, the more microbes that are in it.
Huh. Okay.
Microbes are going to start dying off if you don't shake it every once in a while or use it.
That's it. Work fast.
Okay, thank you very much.
Where do you keep it?
In your workroom, in your kitchen, under your desk. Anywhere. It's indoors. Well, not so much. Between 60 and 85 degrees. Try them. If you've got an attached garage, it'd be perfect. They generally stay. Like I said, they're pretty forgiving as far as temperatures go. If it's too hot, then they just burrow into the middle. And same with it. But this bin is about ready to be harvested.
So what do you do?
Well, one way to harvest it is you just take all of your casting, push it over to one side, take some new bedding, and put it on this side, add some food to it, and this is the only side you can feed. And so over the course of about a month, over to this side, you are on this side. You can also, a little faster way is take some newspaper or a tarp, lay it out on your table if you've got an extra table. Make little piles, and just start picking the castings up. The worms don't like the light. They don't like dry. And so your casting's going to start drying up, and the worms are going to go into the middle. And so you just scoop your castings off the top.
You use newspaper?
Newspaper, cardboard, a little bit of peat moss in this one. Old leaves.
Old leaves. Oh, okay.
Old leaves from
And then kitchen
scraps. Fruit, vegetables. Take your eggshells and crush them up real fine, put them in there. Cardboard shredded. Anything natural and organic.
Yeah.
And then this bin I started 2 weeks ago, so it's ready to either put live worms in, because you don't want to just throw them into a bin. With
Oh, okay. So you
cardboard.
let it sort of.
You let it sit and
Okay.
decompose, because the worms are going to eat the decomposed matter.
Right, okay.
They don't eat the cardboard per se. They eat the cardboard as it decomposes.
Okay.
So what I do is I take this turbo worm mix, and it's a little bit of, I just take a handful of the bottom of one of my bins. So it's got worms, it's got adult worms, juveniles, cocoons, a little bit of their natural bedding that they've been living in. You put that on the top here, and it doesn't shock them quite so much.
And what worms do you use?
I use red worm wigglers. Yep,
That's
that's one
what
of
I've
the
heard.
best.
Yeah.
It's one of the best indoor composting.